Number 6 Arkansas and number 13 Georgia in the start of a 3-game weekend series here at Foley Field. Look at the standings. Arkansas 1-game lead on Ole Miss for the top spot in the West. Georgia needs a win. Hit off the end of the bat, slow roller down the first base bag, and it hit the bag, and that's going to be an infield hit for Martin. So a couple of tough luck. Here's Kerstad. He slaps that one to left field, and McGovern comes up with a diving catch to rob Kerstad of at least one, and Martin has to head back to first base. 6-12 road record, and only 3-9 on the road in the conference as Bonfield draws his 32nd walk. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 aboard. Ball is rifled off of Sasser, and the bases are going to be loaded. Sasser having himself a tough day in the field. You see him bring the... And he hits that one into left field for a base hit. At least one scores. Here comes Bonfield. He's going to score. And Arkansas Razorbacks have taken a 2-0 lead on Georgia here in the first. 2-0 pitch. Wilson. Sasser makes a great play this time. Redeems himself. Saves a couple of runs by stabbing that one as his right-hander Blaine Knight on the hill for Arkansas tonight. The only undefeated starting pitcher in the SEC this season. And Jason, he can throw 4 pitches for strike. Runs, obliterating his previous career high. And that ball goes through the leg of Wilson, and McGovern's safe. Someone put a voodoo hex on the first baseman tonight with McGovern at first base. McGovern going, ball hit, and that gets by the third baseman, Martin. Couldn't backhand it. McGovern is going to touch third. He's going to come around and score. Curry motors into second, and the Bulldogs have cut the Razorbacks lead in half.
And really a lot of clutch hits. You mentioned those 24 RBIs in league play.
Called strike 3, strike of the knees from Blaine Knight. That happened with Kinley, and he got hurt. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just missed out. And he hits that one solid into left field. They're going to wave Kinley to the plate, and he is going to be out. How about the defense from Keegan McGovern in this ball game? I agree with Coach Strickland. I also agree with Van Horn. That ball is hit deep to left field. Cam Shepard has just gone yard to tie this game.
And you, as a hitter, have to take advantage of it when he does.
Called strike 3. Second called strikeout for Blaine Knight.
Get that knee-high strike.
Called strike 3. And Blaine Knight strike.
A very difficult team to beat at home.
Bonfield hit him on the arm. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Little nubber charging his shunt. Bare hand can't get it. That'll be an infield hit for Fletcher. Shunk, that's off of Martin's leg. And we'll see how they score that a year ago. Delay steal, and McGovern is going to be thrown out at second base. And that's how the third comes to a close for Georgia. Heading to the fourth, tied at 2.
I give them a lot of credit, and none of these young men have played in a postseason. As Sasser gets into that one deep down the right field line.
Georgia has the lead. Adam Sasser just yanks one out of here. Coach Strickland, as we were sitting in the dugout talking to him about Adam Sasser, Talley socks that one up the middle for a base hit. Georgia continues to prey on that first pitch. Nick Schmidt struck out 345. Meadows, that is off of Martin's glove. A second error by the freshman here tonight, and the Bulldogs have runners at first and second. These two programs as we looked ahead to the series. That ball is hit into center field for a base hit. Talley rounds third. Here he comes. He will score, and Georgia has a 4-2 lead on the RBI single by C.J. Smith. 1-0 pitch. Chopper on the infield. Shaddy charges. Flips it over to first and gets Bradley, who steps awkwardly on that bag and grabs the back of his leg. He's 3 for 3. Nothing wrong with his bat. Going to put down a bunt, and it's a beauty against the shift, and that's going to go for a base hit. Bulldogs had the shift on with Shepard.
Savvy play there by a freshman here. Doesn't even try and make a good bunch, shows it early. Just had to
pitching
get it
staff.
Yeah, that's right.
And there you go, bases are loaded. Adkins. Runners going, got him, strikeout. Chase Adkins as the Razorbacks leave the bases loaded in the top of the fifth. Driving to us in the dugout prior to the game, and that ball rifled into left field for a base hit. McGovern touches second, he's headed to third, going to get there sliding. Runners at the corners for Georgia. Second hit of the night for Michael Curry. 3-2. Hit to the second baseman, Shaddy, goes to Kinley, back to first. Stretch at first base by Gates, who had just come into the ball game this inning. Makes a fine play, a 4-6-3 double play as the Bulldogs strand 2 in the inning. Arkansas gets some defense here to end the fifth. It's still 4-2 when we come back for the sixth. Place he had batted a year ago, place he batted in high school. McGovern retreats and reaches up at the last second there on the track for the third and final out. And Tony Losi comes first and second for Georgia. Maxwell goes down swinging. Strikeout number 223 for Blaine Knight back in 1990. That ball is poked into left field for a base hit as Casey Martin now 4 for 4 tonight. Up the middle and by Shepard into center field. Martin comes around third. He'll score without a throw, and Arkansas has cut Georgia's lead to 4-3. Tying run now at first base. And Bonfield socks this one to the gap in right center field, and it is gone. Luke Bonfield with a 2-run blast to put Arkansas on top 5-4. Just like that, the Razorbacks have struck for 3 runs here in the top of the 7th to reclaim the lead.
See, that fastball just rides a little bit back in towards Bonfield. He's still late on it, able to stay through it enough. It's a pretty deep part of the field right there. Credit to Bonfield.
And that is a solid hit to center field, and it gets by a diving Maxwell. Fletcher motors to second, touches second, heads to third, and he's going to stop there with a triple. Maxwell gambled and came up short, and Fletcher with his first triple of the season. Shaddy being among that group. Ball bounces away, sprinting home and scoring is Fletcher, and it is 6-4 Arkansas.
Characteristic out of Meadows to have 2 wild pitches, yes, but balls that he could have blocked.
Fielder. 3-2 pitch. Draws the walk here. Runners at the corners in that stretch coming in 2011. Ball gets away from Meadows. Here comes Shaddy with the 7th run. Win in the series. Ball is hit into right field for a base hit. Here comes Kinley. He's waved around third, scores without a throw. Arkansas 8-4 lead. And Jake Reindl, the junior right-hander from Shiloh Christian there in Fayetteville, comes into the ball game. Late in his chance to extend that hitting streak. He just did. 20 straight games base hits for Aaron Schunk. Given up an extra base hit in conference play this season and gets Curry to chase. Out number 1. Lefty versus lefty matchup going to Matt Cronin, who had been their closer and is their closer, but had been their undisputed closer, I should say, until contracting mononucleosis and missing 11 days. First for the Bulldogs and 1 out of the inning, and that ball is lined into left field for a base hit. And the Bulldogs have the bases loaded. Payoff to Shepard. Chopper on the infield. Martin has to wait on it. Long throw, low throw. Play made over there at first by Gates as a run scores to make it 8-5. Got him. Fastball. And Cronin gets the job done, but the Bulldogs do scratch out a run. Back in the second. 0-1 pitch to Smith. Waits on the breaking ball and rolls it into right field for a base hit.
That ended up almost out of the dirt there on the apron.
That ball is hit to center field, and it's going to fall in front of Fletcher. Scoring easily from second base is C.J. Smith, and the Bulldogs have cut the Arkansas lead to 8-6. Strickland tomorrow before tomorrow's game, but ground ball hit to Shepard. 6 up, 6 down for Goodman in what was easily his best relief performance this season. 29 in his career. 2-2 pitch, but not this time. 0-1 pitch. High in the air to center field. Fletcher has it measured, and there's 2 outs here in the ninth. Here's the 1-0. Hit to the shortstop, Kinley, and Arkansas has won game 1 of this series. An 8-6 victory over the Georgia Bulldogs. The Razorbacks maintain a 1-game lead in the Western Division over Ole Miss.